Now, the first question to enter everybody's head, which is a very reasonable question, is why is Luxeley on a goblin, which is Horde, when he has an intro with a Worgen or Wergen? I don't know which it is. Incidentally, sometimes I purposely pronounce things wrong so people can like have the opportunity to correct me, because I know deep inside us there's that third grade teacher that just wants to correct my grammar and correct my spelling half the time. But yeah, I'm playing on a goblin. I do have a Worgen Warlock as well. They're pretty much equally geared, equally set up. I strongly prefer the goblin. I really do. Just simply for the racial. You know, I never really liked goblins, especially girl goblins, which this one is, because, you know, they talk like they're from New York. And I'm from New York, and I just had way too much of that. So I tend to try to shy away from them because I don't want to feel like I'm hanging out at the mall, you know, because they're from Long Island, Long Island, you know, that's where the goblins are from. They're from Long Island. So anyway, yeah, so I'm playing a goblin, and I thought I was going to regret it because initially this was a blood elf chick, and she was just too hot, and I was distracted, and I'd see the succubus, and I'd be thinking threesome, and I just couldn't deal with it, so I had to switch over, and I figured goblin because of the rocket jump. And let me tell you something. The rocket jump ratio for the goblin is just absolutely tremendous for a warlock who has very little mobility as it is. It's really, really cool because even if you forget to put your portal down, you can put your portal down and do the rocket jump, and then they'll chase you, and then you go back to the portal. And that, even just having that one cooldown for, I think it's a minute and a half. Every minute and a half, you do the rocket jump. You do the rocket jump, which is like a little dance. Along with the Macarena, which I think is the goblin chick dance. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure someone will correct me. No, Luxeley, that's the merengue or something like that. I don't know. But I'm in a very simple battleground here, Battle for Gilneas, which essentially isn't such a bad battleground. I guess it seems like I like it a little bit more on the Horde. I actually get heals on the Horde side. I never get heals on the Alliance side. Now, I always thought that I wasn't getting heals on the Alliance side just simply because I was always out of position. I don't know if anybody's ever watched my videos, but when I play caster, I'm usually attacking from very, very strange positions, and that's just simply because that's not where people expect me to be. And I basically made a habit of that as I chased this hunter all the way to, God, I think he's going back to Silver Pine Forest or something. Yeah, at this point, I just kind of give up. That's it. All right, dude. Go run away to your mommy. I'm done with you. I can't, you know, I'll chase somebody down for a kill, but I'm just not going to go absolutely nuts over it. You don't, sometimes they purposely do that just to pull you off an objective, and those things do work. Someone had mentioned that in the comment section about one of my videos, one of my new videos where this warrior charges into 10 people. Gonna light everybody up. No, you're not. Go to the graveyard. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 or 200 gold. So yeah, there is some logic behind that. But the thing is, if you're gonna sacrifice yourself like that, or you're gonna pull people off of objectives, or have them chase you around, you see, there's my weird spot right behind that little shack. That's like that used to be a bar. I think, I don't know, but that's the idea. You pull them off objectives, you pull them off nodes, you take them way, way out into the country, behind the woodshed, that kind of thing, just to create all kinds of havoc. Now, that does work, but the thing is, your team has to be on board with that. Your team has to be able to capitalize on that situation, and this is a random battleground. You might as well just flip a coin as to whether or not that's going to work, and half the time it's a double-headed coin and you're calling tails, so it's not working most of the time. But yeah, there is a point to it. I mean, there's always exceptions, and you know, what I like to say is there are always exceptions, but when something crazy occurs, you have to ask yourself, is this more the exception or the norm? And usually when I make general statements like that, it's usually the norm. Of course there are exceptions. There's always an exception. Like, I could really be a chick right now playing a goblin. There's always that exception. But, so now, all right, so mine's is secure, so now I'm just kind of weaving in between, which is what you kind of do in this battleground. And it looks like there's some action over at Waterworks, so I'm going to head over there with the best of intentions to kind of just spread some aids, because that's what Warlocks do. That's what Warlocks do. Oh gosh, I'm actually okay with the New York accent on the goblins. I really do. I'm very, very happy. I mean, I kind of like, had all this gold. I didn't know what to do with it. And people are like, oh, Luxeley, you could give it to me. You could give it to me. So I just figured, Sometimes when I have a race change, it reignites my interest in a particular class or a particular faction, and in this case it did. I really, and the queue times are not so bad on the Horde side. They're really not. I mean, it's like about 4 or 5 minutes, which is tolerable, which is decent. When it goes like north of 8 minutes, and I'm thinking maybe I should read a book while I wait, and it's bad. I mean, but 4 or 5 minutes, it's not so bad. And if you're only playing one toon, actually I'm playing two. I have a shaman, an LE shaman, which is getting pretty geared now, has a lot of artifact power, which is a troll, and I just love it. I just love trolls. They're pretty much. What's your favorite race in the game, both on the Horde side and the Alliance side? And why is it? Is it because of just the persona that they have, the lore that they have, the racials, just the general look, how they look in certain armor? Leave it in the comments. I'm really interested on the Alliance side and the Horde side. My favorite on the Alliance side, gosh, it's a toss-up between Worgen, or Night Elves. One of the two. And on the Horde side, I'm dead. Oh my gosh. I guess it does happen. I do die once in a while. And I got to step up the damage. Oh, no, I don't. I'm in good shape. Never mind. But yeah, I on the Alliance side, Night Elves or Worgen. Those are my two favorites. I lean more towards the Worgen just simply because of the lore that's involved with it. I just love the lore, and the look of Worgen. But on the Night Elves, I really like that racial, especially for a caster. You can just do a lot with Shadow Meld. You really can. It's one of the more underrated abilities. So on the Horde side, I gotta say I'm a big fan of trolls, but now I'm starting to like goblins. But just chick goblins. I don't like dude goblins. Dude goblins just don't do it for me. And then I got a quick jump, and now see I'm coming in from a weird side. They don't see me coming in here. Now I'm gonna set up and just do some DPS here at Waterworks. Take out the Paladin, whose bubble's coming soon to a theater near you. Or maybe not. Thanks for playing. Where's your bubble? Where'd your bubble go, bro? Oh, gosh. I've come to the conclusion that I just make fun of classes that I am essentially not playing at that given time. Like, I will rip on every class, like Warriors, rip on Warriors or something. And then when I'm playing a Warrior, I'll be ripping on something else. So it's like, whatever it is I'm not playing, I'm generally ripping into, which is why a lot of people hate me. I have no friends. You're dead. Thanks for playing. I have the PvP sounds on my add-ons, and it's I like it. I like those sounds. It kind of makes me feel like I'm playing with somebody, when they kind of talking, and I don't know. I find it more engaging. It's a lot of fun. PvP sounds is the add-on. What I was trying to do was I was trying to change the audio tracks, and I was trying to add in my own tracks. I thought that would be a great dimension to add to Battlegrounds when I do them, and I could have like Mr. Spock, Dr. Evil, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the guy from 300 who kind of sounds like this guy here. It says killing spree, except the guy from 300 be shouting it like killing spree. That whole movie, they're just shouting at each other in their diaper thongs. But this has been pretty good. I mean, I'm on a team of pros here, and like I said, I actually get healed on the Horde side, which is really making me. I don't know why. I thought I wasn't getting healed on Alliance because I'm in all these weird places and everybody doesn't really see me. But no, the Horde are they're just better players. They really are. I really get that feeling. I having played on both and played quite a bit of Horde recently on my Shaman and Warlock, and I've always played Horde, but not just as much as I've played Alliance in the past. But I think the Horde are better, slightly better. They just tend to be more team-oriented. They tend to be more objective-oriented. Now, of course, this is on the U.S. servers. Everything could be different on the Chinese servers, on the European servers, and I'm sure they are different. You seem to have a very, very different culture in the game on those different servers as you do here on the U.S. Of course, it's a different country, but a different culture. What I mean is essentially what players hold value in when it comes to PvP. Are they, do they cheat a lot? Are they more team-oriented? Are they hit rampage? Thanks for playing. But I like that. I was trying to add in the different sounds, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. But if you guys know how to do it, that'd be great. I'd love to switch up the sounds and add in different people, including myself, and I could like talk to myself while I'm doing Battlegrounds. But this, I happened to be with a really good team. They were very, very focused on the objectives, very team-oriented. And when things go like this, it just makes the game a lot more smooth. It makes it a lot of fun, and I don't get pissed off, and I don't have to go, on my meds or anything like that. But this has been a pretty good battleground. It looks like we got about a 2-to-1 edge over them, and we just were on top of things. We were just anticipating and getting to the node right when. I don't even think I went to Lighthouse once. I just kind of hung out between Waterworks and Mines the whole time. And of course, there's my Horde battle standard. Guys, get the standard. It's great. This is Luxeley saying whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or even if it's night, guys, make it epic. Make it great. Got lots of PvP stuff ready to come. Some Shadow Priest, Hunter, and even Boomkin. Take it easy, guys.